Test, test. Alright, so, quick recap. Volrain may or may not be dead. I stabbed him, but his body disappeared or something. And then some creepy girl with no eyes came out of the Renis Alma and stole it, I think? Question mark? And then the second anime opening happened, and I joked that we were in Season 2. And here we are. In Season 2. Oh, and it turned out that Volran was also the Sovereign somehow, as well as Alphen, which was kind of weird. Not sure exactly how that's going to play into it, but it seems that the crown contest is very much rigged. That's all the info I got at the moment.
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renis Alma. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Oh, we blew it up. Oh, okay.
Why did you destroy it?
When I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegis. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so, then why are
Don't. It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Volran. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Hey, Shion.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand, Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing real, okay? So you can stop asking me.
Okay. In that case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
She's never been loved before. Alright, so I guess we figure out what's going on now. To the castle gates. Oh. So how's it going tonight, everybody? All doing good? Oh. This place really is nice. Excuse me. Oh, hello. Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are. A month has passed since we vanquished Volron. I would have thought that the Renans on Lenegis would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Volron's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final Master Core. Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shionne's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that Red Woman and her abilities.
Or at any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen, are you still able to wield the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Good. At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
That was a nice little recap.
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
You heard correctly. It does, yes, and it's really cool. It doesn't play the the first intro at all anymore at the start. I would assume once you get to a certain point.
This is
I don't know.
Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right, then. Well, tell us what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
What's that supposed to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen. The people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills, but not everybody is getting them back at the same rate.
Are you saying someone who got their will back sooner might be taking rations from other people? If so, that's a serious problem.
Definitely. This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
Yep.
Seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders they're given.
It's a reflex that was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelegion, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Volron's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate?
I'm not crazy about Dohalim and his stuff. So I think he might be the only one that I have, like, benched. Law I still occasionally play as every so often. Because I think he's the second most fun. Kisara is a tank. You know. Big HP. Xion's the better healer out of her and Dohalim. And mage. Gotta have a mage. Can't not have a mage.
Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Volron's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dahnans. Without them, making Pelegion half-habitable again has been one big headache.
It's not like they were on their last legs. They could have chosen to stay and fight, but instead they ran away and disappeared without a trace.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless... You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere. Just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about. Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me! We all need salt in order to survive!
He has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Because there's
Sometimes
salt
you
in them,
can find rocks
dumbass.
out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found. When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on Kisara to be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any more to her burden.
Man. I know, I love it though. Like I was gonna say, like that salt thing adds nothing to the conversation, except deepens the personalities of the characters, and I love that about these games. Vesperia had a lot of those too, where they just didn't... What they were talking about didn't really pertain to anything important, but it's just like character building moments, you know? I like them a whole lot.
Are we really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling. This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now. Ow.
Yeah.
Tails stuff. Yeah, I like that.
You've
That's
got
one of
a
the
point.
things about this game I really like.
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
Who's the asshole that keeps stealing rations? Oh, it didn't take that long at all.
Very well.
Alright, you're
Well.
clear. You can leave. Huh. Somehow I'm both surprised and not
Pardon
surprised to
me.
see them here. What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me? I'll only say it one more time. Get back to your position. What's this guy's deal? Any slaves who disobey orders must be put to death. So says Lord Volron. But he's dead.
What the hell? Do you guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. You must think we're just damned from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are Bull-Run soldiers. Watch yourself.
Raging Cascade!
I never miss.
We'll see about
Demons descend! Flashing fang! You're mine!
Yeah! A little bit more rock and roll now.
This one's mine.
Ready and raring!
Tiger Blade!
astral energy.
Say no more.
Ugh. So it wasn't a Danon stockpiling the rations. It was some of Volran's soldiers hiding out inside his castle. I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it. What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you trying to get vengeance for Volran? What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Are you men aware that Lord Volran is no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think that only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise. Just like the Danons here. Looking back on it, I did feel like these soldiers were fought here before were mindless. If that's true, then they haven't been hiding out here. They've just been going about their business as usual. I guess so. Everyone here was Volran's slave, both Danons and Renans alike. That's the kind of realm he was running. But that doesn't explain why all hell didn't break loose with these guys once Volran was gone, like we've seen elsewhere. A month passed since Volran vanished. It's entirely possible that things may be starting to crumble at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't, to any degree, has allowed these soldiers to carry on as though it were business as usual. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but we don't know if they're going to come quietly. Listen to me carefully, men. I am Lord Dohalim Ilkaras. I have an order for you. Lord Dohalim.
Well?
Sir, we serve. Lord Volran has left this realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renan law, you must all pledge your allegiance to me. So you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you respect the Renan rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim. Holy crap, I can't believe that worked. This should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men into the barracks and then speak with them. Gain once more.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Arm anyone now? Oh yeah, going back to that guy.
I sure wish we could go on vacation.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt for us to unwind a little for once.
Not like we've got the gall to spare for it, though.
Nope. That's funny. God, this place is gigantic. It takes me forever to run from one place to the other.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Gannett Harros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Dahnans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Dahnans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
That's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dahnans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate
He's not wrong,
in a
though.
world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. It's you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Harros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Heartfelt shield. We need to attack enemy attention. Oh, that's useful.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah. It's not like... Your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
This place is wild.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Where's the owl, Noodle?
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
Do I have to? We don't have to take orders anymore? We need to decide what we do now? I can remember how to think for ourselves. We must have known how to do that before, so we can do it again. Every time I try to think, my body starts shaking. Nothing I can do, and it's just too much for me. We don't have to follow orders any longer? But is that an order too? It's too vague. I don't know what to do. If someone could just clearly give me something to do, I could do it. I hate not doing anything. Someone please give me something to do. Ready. Good Lord.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
I've never seen such attention. You can cut it with a knife. Claudio, do you think they like each other? Do you think? I'm not sure. What the hell happened to him? He's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still, he was so close to finally living like a normal human being, too. Damn. Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in that area over there. Got it. I'll break the news to her. Yes.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here,
I know. We'll make sure to ask what's wrong.
Nobody needs help. I don't get it. I'm saying you should... You don't get it. I'm saying you should think for yourself. Use your own head. Okay. I'm sorry. Forgive us. Oh, good grief. I was tasked with looking after these people, and it's always like this. When I fled, things hadn't gotten this bad. What could have happened to make everyone like this? Can't even imagine.
do you see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every
Nope.
little thing.
Chicken! Okay, so that's the big town exit. Where the hell do you suppose this guy's mom is? It's my job to clean. In the inn, perhaps? Let's go to the inn.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Alphen might need to develop some pain tolerance then. No weapons. Some of these shields are wild. Okay, so this guy's mom is not at the inn. But she's up here. I can't go up there. I think that's how it works with felines, by the way. What? That the males need to develop tolerance? pain.
I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
That's some dude. Third floor.
I wonder if something happened.
Really? Ooh.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
You see anybody around here
Ugh.
that could use our help?
We can't.
That
chase
doesn't
after
sound like
every
fun.
little thing.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. It's okay, I know. You do? What are you doing? I have work that must be done today since my son can no longer work. It's like this here, too. Forget about your work. Or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well. I'll get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning.
Nature be like that.
Seagulls roaming around out there.
Wild.
We should follow after her.
Ah. Yeah. I don't want to think about it.
Okay, off we go.
We should be able to cook here. Yes.
You can't unsee it now, thanks. Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire. Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry, have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Dana? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it is customary for relatives to send their remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice on Tadana? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirits will join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday life, of living for us Danans. You really think that we should ship our bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that more ought to be done. When the Rena still ruled over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renas did to us. Tell me, Elfin, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that you have the gall to try and make us live like you too? If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow? That's enough. No more. Lenegis could strike at any time, and here we are fighting among ourselves. That's what we're all working together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system, and begin to live life together side by side. That's what I believe. And that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend. It would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest. Brinwell, I completely accept all the blame in all of this. Words can I express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply. I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did to Holly. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too. Brinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap. Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena too then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Danon way. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. But because of you, my son is at peace now. Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
Yeah, good world building.
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of renovation. Not directly. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
See, Law's smart.
You're welcome?
Even whenever he's not trying to be. Accidentally smart.
help these people just about as much as we can. We're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Gan of Harros.
Thanks for all your hard work. You're free to rest here if you like.
Agreed. Start.
What?
What? Oh, she's hurting herself. What's happening there, Shion?
What's that noise?
Helfin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What the fuck is that? Did they build a Death Star? Oh my god, they have a Death Star. We Star Wars now, baby. Whoa. The fuck is that? Is it just sucking the energy straight out of the planet?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
Yep.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsef too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry.
I didn't see her.
Drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
What
I
the
guess I always
fuck?
figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain.
Can
of
the
it.
Renans not see
My memory
her?
has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then
Or like,
We'll get to the bottom
she
of this
can't be
later.
seen by the
Right now,
Renans
that
normally?
wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
okay. Then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now,
Wild.
let's focus on one thing at a time.
When that thing dropped out of Lenegis, the sound, oh my, oh my. I thought the mountains were collapsing. Trying to find a way out to the other realms. Can't say I've ever heard about anything. If we knew about anything like that, we wouldn't have had to hunker down in Thistlum.
I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
If they could just do that the whole time for whatever astral energy they needed, why didn't they? You're trying to get to the other realms? Without a sturdy boat, there isn't much you can... Wait, I take that back. I remember one of the elders who recently started talking a little mentioned something. Apparently back in the day, there used to be a way to get through the Forland Mountains, but not anymore. What could it have been?
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
Up here?
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
Well, we gonna find out.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Out quick before things get messy.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Forward up!
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
No complaints here!
Here's evil!
Eat dirt! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Flares of Malika!
Damn!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Ready!
This one's mine!
We can turn the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
It's over! I owe you
Lightning thrust!
Don't mind if I do.
nothing gets my way!
You're finished!
Kizara, frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
All things to you! Take this!
Now, astral energy.
Say no more.
God. My brain still goes, oh, whenever I see cool shit in this game.
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
That'll teach us for getting cocky.
Oh, we're fine, Law. Stop being a little wiener.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
Go for about another hour-ish, I think.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly.
Probably.
Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
His body disappeared after he was killed. So he's totally still alive, right?
Go no further!
Woo!
No further!
Dance in the wind! You're in the rock field! I'll be there! I'm the twin! Mega Red Strike! Alright!
Lightning thrust!
One more!
Get behind me!
Dance in the wind! Here's the evil!
Lightning thrust!
Igneous Destroyer! Take this!
Take it away! Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Here's the
You're
evil!
finished! Okay, here I go! I'm not done! Okay, here I go! Soaring light spear! Ignite!
Here's the evil!
Going in!
Swirl of light! Lightning thrust! Soaring light spear! Lightning thrust!
Do it! Electric! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Bam!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Probably.
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
Well, I'll let you guys know as soon as I find a campfire in this
You've noticed
cave.
it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
Same.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
Agree with you completely there, bud. She be acting funny, though. I don't like it. Don't make me dislike Shion game. I like her. She's a good character.
Right, here goes! No escape! Fly! Face still! You're finished!
This one's
Soaring
yours!
light spear!
I can shatter any steel!
There are three!
Why can't they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
You're mine! Be still! No escape! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Going in!
I'm not done! Swallow blade! Be still! Here I come! You're finished!
This one is mine!
Dazzle! Take it! It's over! Mirage!
This one's mine!
Take it! You're finished!
Glacial Spear!
Mirage! Lightning thrust! Soaring light spear! It's over! Burn! You're finished! Mirage! Now!
Going in!
Take it!
Easy.
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
She is.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it and chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding. I'll do my best!
You're mine! Come one, come all! Be still!
Look sharp!
Soaring light spear!
No further! But they're vicious!
You're finished! Dazzle! We've got flyers!
I've got them! Let a marksman handle it!
Mirage! Dazzle! All yours!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you!
Dazzle!
Glacial
Cut!
Hurricane Strike!
Prepare to be sealed or fleet of foot.
Denied!
Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk more doing!
Lightning thrust! Crush!
I'm out of it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! Flame inside is yours to be let free!
We managed to turn the tide!
For now! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! My turn!
One more!
It's over!
Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Fucking whooped them.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! Come and face me! Lightning thrust! Soaring light spear! Not
Your
today!
wings won't save you from me!
Hurricane take this!
SG airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Blue escape! Fire blade! Dazzle!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Now!
Hear my
Take
call!
this!
Dance in the wind!
Mirage! Lightning thrust!
Here goes! Where are you going?
Take this!
Get on in there with
Lightning
me!
thrust!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Do it! Shut him down! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
You're finished! Mirage! The blade is
Piercing roar! Everyone still in one piece?
Yep, barely worked up a sweat.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
Hamburgers. Whoa. I can make hamburgers now.
I'll do my best!
You're mine! Yo, damn it! Dazzle! Soaring light spear!
Glacial spear!
Be careful, everyone!
Denied!
This one isn't normal! Blue it! Ready and raring! Lightning thrust! Blue escape!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
One more!
Blue escape! Be still! I'm not done! Soaring light! In! Blue escape!
Glacial spear!
You're mine!
Hold on to your arms.
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that.
Here I come! It's over!
Make it rain!
You're mine! Good luck!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
Mirage!
One more!
Here I come! It's over! Be still! Here I come! It's over! Soaring light spear! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
Now,
You're good!
astral energy.
Say no more! Now! Here I come! You're finished! Mirage!
Nothing gets by
Lightning
me!
thrust!
Dead.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material. The design is...
Sapphire One Piece, huh?
This equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
It looks good on her. I mean, shut up. I should do... Which button is it again? There it is. No, I don't have enough for anybody anyway.
I won't forgive you!
Anything in armor is all mine! Lightning thrust! You're finished! Your armor won't save you!
In a bind?
Here I come! Lightning thrust!
Here, let me help.
Slash! Be still!
You made me angry.
You're
That was
finished.
a bad idea.
Here I come! Slash! Lightning thrust! You're finished! You're on! Slash!
I never miss!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummel is to me! Dazzle! I'm not done! Not today!
Do you require a
It's over!
Alright,
Be still! Thanks!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
perhaps now isn't true?
I really don't.
I'm not done!
Do it!
Mirror!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
What is that battle dialogue?
Swallow blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and...
I don't know
This
what I'd
is the
do
power
with
of the blazing sword!
Ben food? Oh, it's for fishing. Fishing. Haven't gone fishing in a while, boys. A bracelet that boosts the wearer's stats each time they defeat an enemy.
That equipment should come in handy.
That has the potential to be really good.
Andy.
That's far enough. You want me? Come get me.
Take this! You're finished! You're on! Dazzle!
Far enough.
Wielding art? Now I see everything!
Swallow blade! Dazzle! It's over! Soaring light spear! You're on!
Go in.
It's over! It's on! Here I come! Be still! I'm not done!
Dance in the wind! In here!
I'm not done! Be still! Ha! Soaring light spear!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Got him.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Okay, I'm gonna see how this works.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegis?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegis may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme
Makes sense
is
to me.
exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegis along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
I'm with them. They can't see her for some reason unless she wills it to be so or something. It's the right way. I think so. Okay, so let's have a look at my stats.
You're mine!
Look sharp!
Lightning thrust! It's over! Soaring light spear!
Where are you going?
Blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Air thrust!
Now you see what I can do!
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Searing flame!
You've got pretty impressive aim there.
Thought of taking up the rifle yourself?
Raging cascade!
This is more my style.
In here!
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination.
So the best defense is a good offense.
Come forth! Freeze!
Dazzle! Here I come!
Arc seal!
Mirage!
By the
Be
power of
still!
war! Hurricane Nitro Ray!
I'm not done! Portal blade!
Where are you going?
Do it!
Here I come!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
I need to be stronger.
Let's see if that's made any difference. Doesn't seem like it. Weird. Not sure how that works. Okay. Worry about it later.
An opponent like this should be easy. Portal blade! Be still! This one's all mine! No escape! Sword Rain Alpha! Lightning thrust! You're Here I come! Lightning thrust!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And pummeling to me!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Looks like we won.
Gotta break through! Strike! Slash! Dazzle! Take this! Time! Mirage! Lightning thrust! Soaring light spear! You're mine! You got flyers!
I've got this.
Here I
Let a
come!
marksman handle it.
All yours! You're finished!
Do it!
Lightning
Sion,
thrust!
astral energy, full throttle. Go! A flawless victory. Naturally.
Portal blade! Lightning thrust! No escape! Mirage! Be still!
Denied!
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Portal blade!
Perhaps
Be
now
still!
isn't the time.
I really don't.
Okay! Portal blade! Lightning thrust! Now!
Tiger Blade!
Strike!
I'm all stopped up.
Soaring light spear! Ignite! Take this! Not again!
Mine.
It's over! Lightning thrust! My turn!
Flirting in the middle of battle.
The small fry.
Seth.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
La.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Life bottles.
Get lost.
Take this! You're finished! Dazzle!
This one's mine.
Here I come!
Sleep now.
It's over!
This is
Be
my
still!
mega ray.
Armor won't
Squishy airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you.
Literally, it's nothing. I'm
You're
alright.
mine! You're finished!
Bring you back from
Swallow
death.
blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring
My
you
turn.
back from death to death.
No escape!
Look sharp.
Resuscitation!
Take this!
On guard.
You're finished!
One more.
Be still!
Hurricane strike.
Ha! Mirage! Be still! Soaring Light Spear!
Look sharp.
Take this!
Now!
It's over!
Frozen!
Hammer.
That'll teach us for getting cocky.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there.
It's pretty ordinary to me.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
You're finished! Be still! No escape!
This one's
Soaring Light Spear! Burn!
hurricane strike.
Ah!
It's over! Mirage!
This one's mine.
It's go time! You're finished!
Let me help.
Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done.
Come one, come all!
Look sharp.
Sleep now.
Soaring Light Spear!
Hurricane strike.
I'm not done! Strike! Be still! I'm not done! Soaring Light Spear! I'll smash you! Take this! Sword Rain Alpha! Swallow Blade!
This'll come in handy.
Do it.
Strike!
Goodwill. Demons descend. Flashing fang.
Now! Take this! It's over!
Mirage.
Be still!
Back into the fray.
Take this! It's over!
Annihilation!
Be still! Take this!
Illuminate the
It's
dark!
over!
Ungod. Glacial spear.
You're mine!
Holy land!
You're finished!
Freeze laser!
Easy.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I won't forgive you.
Here I come!
Ungod.
Lightning thrust! No escape!
Tiger blade.
Handy. Illuminate the dark!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Holy land! She must handle all!
You're finished!
Anything in armor is all mine.
Strike! Slash! Thanks! You're mine! You're finished! Soaring Light Spear!
Let's get you all tucked away.
Ha! You picked the wrong fight!
Mega ray! Here goes!
I'll smash you!
Is every shield you own that big?
Here. You want to try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this thing?
Big shield lady's got a big shield.
Only getting in here!
Soaring Light Spear! Lightning thrust!
Right here. I got you.
It's over! You're mine!
Lightning condemned!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Soaring Light Spear!
Holy land!
I owe you one.
Glacier up.
Here's evil!
You're mine!
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with her thorns.
She-Hulk.
You're finished!
You are in tip-top
Lightning
shape!
thrust!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
Don't be a girl ever say no!
No more playing nice.
Your mother! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Did it!
Yeah. Nice technique.
You're finished!
Take this.
Strike!
Appreciate it. And just like that, I'm back in it.
It's over!
Start by
Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Not a chance!
by the hurricane strike.
Armor won't save you.
Make it rain.
Strike!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A big shield among other big things.
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting. That
Sapphire Guard.
equipment should come in handy.
I can go to the Owl Village now. I've been trying to go there for like the past several hours, like the last 10, 15 hours of game time at least.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
I don't like it here.
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. And that's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
The past is a real downer.
Oh, good. We can cross through here. That's fishing. That's also fishing. Is that the Owl Village? Might be. I don't remember.
Stop! Who goes
Oh, hello.
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
there? Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
How you guys been?
What
I
are
don't
you guys
remember your
doing out
names.
here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
Yeah, I wish I could help you out on that one.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you
The
become a
NPC
lord, huh?
look.
Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Harros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat.
Almadria's
We're about
boat?
to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
Shattered.
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on
Bregan. I can fast travel now. Okay. Seems it. We're gonna hope that this is where the owl
Do you
village
sense one of
was.
your friends, Hoodle?
As I recall, there's a recipe we've yet to try.
It is, yes.
Yeah, this is the last ingredient we need.
Then let's go ahead and prepare it.
A boat, huh?
We'll do this
Where
lore
are we gonna
first.
find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Talking to this owl.
Look! It's all the owls we found. I guess this was their way of thanking us for finding them.
It looks like they're grouping up by color. Is that a thing?
Actually, The color of Dan and Owl's feathers is based on their maturity and their astral energy element. So maybe they stick to certain groups even if they all belong to the same kingdom.
Then I guess that means we can tell just how many owls we found in each domain.
They seem to be saying something.
Maybe they're thanking us for finding their buddies. Then again, maybe they're telling us that we have more owls to find.
I think the Queen is protesting that they shouldn't put undue pressure on us.
Maybe he's arguing back that we're the only ones they can actually turn to?
Right. Which is why the Queen is worried about sowing any ill will with us.
We'll do our best, so don't worry, I think.
Can you understand them?
Of course not. I'm just inferring. For some reason, when I hear them talk, that's just what I imagine them saying.
Oh. Well, I think you're pretty close to the mark at least.
Well, don't worry about it. We're not breaking our backs over this. I think that was a thank you.
Seems like it. From both of them.
Hootle seems happy with this. Isn't that nice, Rinwell?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Discover more owls. Does that give me outfits and stuff? Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ooh, yo, I like this one. Sure, why not? Now to find a boat.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle? hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
Hey, buddy, can we use your boat?
Well, if it ain't the Blazing Sword and his merry crew.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Course I am. If you landlubbers can make it out of that sinking ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
All water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of a beating, though, I'll admit.
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
She's fine now, but she was in rough shape when I made it back here. Engine chamber gave up the ghost. Without a lot of options, I decided to talk to the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all. And wouldn't you know it, Crazy Fool sent over Renan engineers to help. Can you believe it?
Renan?
Yep. Said they came from Menancia. They were real professionals. Did what they needed to and didn't give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
So they did the work themselves. Good on them.
Well, they did a bang-up job, because she's better than ever now. Speaking of which, I take it she's why you're here?
Yes. We need to get out on the ocean, and fast. When can we set sail?
Give the man a minute to think it over, Alphen. He hasn't even said yes yet.
It's all right, little lady. I'm a man of the sea. I'll gladly help. Hop aboard, folks.
Call me boring, but I'm still one of those guys that doesn't like to change outfits when I'm doing the first story. So we'll go back to normal. Switch it up later. Whenever we do side stuff in post-game. Eventually. That was oddly silent there.
This thing already looked plenty huge from afar. Seeing it up close makes it really hit home.
I didn't expect the journey to go so smoothly. I figured the Renans would send something to sink us.
Maybe they didn't think we had the nerve to come.
Somehow I kinda doubt that.
It's entirely possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the unusual sight. Truth be told, Nicket.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renan structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or biological, but it's definitely alive in some way.
Shion?
I'm okay. It's nothing.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing it to bits.
Okay, but look at the size of it. I don't know if we'll find the core just wandering around.
Good point. Can anyone get a read on the astral energy around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous flow of energy moving directly upwards. If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
Rinwell?
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
You okay?
I'm not sure. When I was reaching out to the astral energy, I thought I heard a voice.
A voice?
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
How can you tell?
Listen, I don't know why, but when it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
It beats the alternative, I guess. What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, right.
The Toon Mage. Ooh.
Here, isn't it?
Things should calm down a little once we're through with this place.
Optimistic as always.
This place is wild looking.
I see that the interior of the wedge is every bit as strange and unusual as the exterior. Intriguing.
If I didn't see it come from Lenegis, I wouldn't believe it was Renan. Just what's with this place?
Yeah, it's all twisty and lumpy. Whatever it's all for.
Oh,
I'm stumped.
humpy.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Not today!
Like moths to the flame.
Whatever you do, just stay away from the force. This one's mine. Breaking force!
I'm not done! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
It's over!
Magic is in!
Do this! Swallow blade!
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
Okay, wait a second here. These things are... I am underleveled as hell. Time to leave.
Fall back! I'll hold them off.
Underleveled as hell. Oh.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
So I think that's where I'm going to call it for tonight then. Do a little grindy grind and to get a couple of levels, I think. Maybe do some side quests. Off camera. Because I'm like 5 levels under.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
We'll explore that place next time. So, good night, Claudio. Good night, everyone watching this on YouTube later. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.